Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Birminology on LettermenRow.com. I am your host, Jeremy Birmingham, joined today by Mike Hall, Ohio State's latest 2021 commitment, and a big decision over the weekend for you, Mike. You went and visited Ohio State. You were one of only a couple guys there on campus, and obviously that was a decision the Ohio State staff was hoping for, to put you guys there together and put you and Jack Sawyer and I believe it was Derek Davis from Pennsylvania, the other player who was there. What was it about that weekend visit, the Saturday afternoon visit, that sealed the deal for you? I mean, we've talked enough to know that this was sort of in the works, but why now?
Definitely right now. We had to sit down and talk with Coach Day and stuff like that. And before we even got there, my mother and I and a couple other family members, and we had a list of questions we had to ask and stuff we wanted to know. So then we came down with those questions, and then we just had to sit down and talk. And Coach Day was just telling us a little bit about, what Ohio State has to offer and stuff. And really, Ohio State it's a great place to be. And Coach Day really answered every one of our questions without us even asking. So based on that, really just made my mother feel comfortable, because, I wouldn't want to go to somewhere she doesn't feel comfortable sending me. And I just felt the culture was just really, the culture there is just great. And the people around there that surround you is just great people. And they want to see you succeed and be successful in life.
What were the questions? I mean, what was it that you went into this thinking? Because when we talked last, you told me that you wanted to visit Georgia, Penn State, a few other spots. But obviously you had those questions in your mind, and you said Ryan Day answered them. What were those questions?
Some of the questions were like, what am I to the team? Like playing time, obviously. Definitely. What else was it? Can't remember. It was playing time. Would they turn me into a 5-tech or different positions, switch me around?
Do you have a preference there? Do you want to be at the 3 or the 1, or do you want to step outside and play 5, or where do you see your best future?
I can see my best future at 3-tech, honestly.
Right now, I've seen conflicting reports. Some spots have you listed at 6'3", 275. Some have 290. Where are you right now? Where do you want to be?
I'm currently 290, 6'3".
Now, I've been told by people around the Ohio State program that they thought that you were the best defensive tackle in Ohio in the last 10 years. And I don't know, I mean, if they say those sort of things to you, or if I'm just, spoiling shop talk. But what does it mean for you and your family to know that, as a high school junior, you woke up 3 months ago without an Ohio State offer, got an Ohio State offer, and did life kind of just change?
It definitely changed. Getting an Ohio State offer was a childhood dream, really. Just growing up watching the Buckeyes, watching those guys like Pierce Campbell. Everybody it's just great. It's just great to have that offer and be like, dang, like I really just received the offer and I'm going here eventually someday. So it's just crazy. And every time I go out, I might see somebody like, are you an Ohio State commit, or somebody are you going to Ohio State? It's just kind of like culture around here.
When did you actually know you were going to pick Ohio State? Was it the day they offered? Was it really just this weekend? I mean, was there a moment where you're like, you know what, I'm pretty sure that's what it is? Or was it like all along this was kind of going to be the choice once they offered?
It was definitely over the weekend. I really didn't know where I was going before then. But after I sit down talking, just seeing my mother smile, really just everyone in the family eyes just opened up when they seen the facilities and all that and what they had to offer. And just, I looked at them both and just saying, like, is this where you would like me to go? And then I told myself, like, yeah, I could really see myself here. I just made that decision.
What did your family think of Larry Johnson and the first opportunity to really sit down and get to know Coach Johnson?
Definitely someone where you can count on. It was just growing up without a 5-figure in my life, really just hard to just let my mother just hand me over to Coach Johnson eventually when I graduate high school. So she felt safe and comfortable with me and Coach Jay. So just great. and he's a great influential person. He wants to see you successful in life, and when you graduate, he wants to see you even more successful and help you out. So definitely a great person to be.
And you've told me about your mother and her influence in your life, and you've told me that she is kind of your why. Was there like just an emotional release, I guess, this weekend, understanding what happened this weekend, or are you guys still sort of in outer space and having trouble believing it?
Kind of both. Like when I said I was committed to them, everybody was just happy, laughing, smiling, and I wish I could have recorded. Like it was just crazy. Like when I committed, it was just so much stress relief. Like just finally, like I could just finally focus on classwork, and then just finally focus on football and training. Like nothing else matters really but those and God.
When you sit down and you talk to Coach Johnson and he's watching your film, what are you guys seeing as the biggest areas of opportunity for you, and what did Coach Johnson say that he thinks are your greatest strengths right now?
Greatest strengths right now is just how I get off the ball and how I pursue the ball, really. That's what he like those guys. And he came down to my basketball game not so long ago. He was just saying, like, it's not too many guys at your weight that move how you move on the court. And it's just crazy how I can move at that big of a weight.
What about the opportunities to improve? Is there an area or two of your game that you guys are seeing an opportunity for them to take you to the next level?
Definitely hand placements and hips and flexibility, really. Those are things I really need to work on right now.
Because as a high school defensive tackle, you got at your size and with your quickness, you can pretty much just bowl people over or run right by them, right? I mean, is it hard to motivate yourself to work on areas like that when you're still seeing so much success?
Yeah, it is kind of hard because you really in high school, like, why change up to another move when you see it's obviously working? But, I mean, they're just getting me ready for the next level. So kind of just taking the time out of my day really just to focus on those things really with training and off season.
How important has the relationship been with Jack Sawyer, with Ben Chrisman, Jaden Ballard, some of these other guys around the state that have been in your ear the last few months since you were offered? Did that play any role in this decision to like come together early with 6 commitments already from Ohio? That is a very it's a very solid group for you guys to be able to be together on campus when other big name guys come into town.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they definitely played a big role in that. Ben Chrisman and Jack Sawyer, just trying to talk to the guys and really like asking them a couple questions like, why'd you guys choose here? And why do you like Ohio State? Like, what is their why? And they told me that. And I really, when I went to visit, they were just telling me all that. And I really looked at the place like, dang, this could be a future place. But I was still open at that time. But really, I'm glad I chose Ohio State.
What do you do now? I mean, are you a kid that feels comfortable as a recruiter, or are you going to just dip away and focus on Mike Hall and his finishing out the junior year and senior year? I mean, are you going to be an aggressive guy going out to find other players in your class?
I'm definitely trying to find some other players in my class, kind of like a 75 or 25%. Like 25% is kind of like, just get other guys. But for the most part, I'm really focused on Mike Hall right now. Just trying to be a better person on and off the field.
What is it that you think Ryan Day has done with the Ohio State program in the times that you've been on campus that makes you realize it's now his program and not Urban Meyer's?
Definitely coming off that season and unfortunately losing to Clemson, but as his first season as head coach, just coming off a 13-1 record, it's just crazy how you can just turn that program into, a legendary season. And coming off Chase Young and getting those how many tackles or how many sacks is just crazy. And just talking to him, he's a very influential person, great person to be around, smiling all the time, and it just makes you feel at home.
On Saturday, during your visit, how many references were made to that Clemson game?
I think it was one, if that. It's
interesting because people, I think, expect them to be so focused on that, but when they're recruiting, the idea is to talk to you, not about the program. But is there, when you were watching that game, obviously you hadn't committed yet, was it hard to watch that, or what was your reaction?
it was definitely hard. It was definitely hard to watch. To see those guys give their all and just coming up short. Everyone has things to work on, but I thought they should have come out with the win. But after that, you just gotta face it. But it's definitely still in the back of their minds, like, yeah, definitely gonna make us work harder to
Mike,
get that win next time.
For you, is there any defensive linemen, either at Ohio State or not, that you've grown up watching that you kind of see a little bit of your own game in?
Definitely Devon Hamilton and Chase Young. Chase Young definitely took a big influence on me. Just watching him, how he gets off the ball quick and like his strength is just crazy.
Well, you and Chase are slightly different body types. I mean, when you talk about your potential presence on the inside, do you feel like you're a pass rusher or a run stopper? What do you like to do more? What gives you a bigger thrill?
Definitely pass rushing. It's just crazy. In high school for right now is definitely pass rushing. I feel like that'll change in college, but definitely pass rushing now.
As you and Jack Sawyer got a chance to really spend an entire afternoon together on Saturday, do you guys see a potential for something really special in this 2021 defensive line group? And who are the guys that the two of you have said, hey, let's go get this dude?
Definitely we're still trying to get Najee Story, get him on board, and I think, who was it? Tunmise Adelaide. Mm-hmm. And we were just trying to get him, seeing him at Florida not too long ago. I think it was yesterday. But yeah, we definitely have those long talks like, man, our defensive line is going to be crazy for the 21 class. And just to win that national championship, that's what we're focused on.
What are you doing? Are you thinking about, I mean, I know it's way down the road. It's a year away, but are you thinking about early enrollment? I mean, are those sort of plans in the works for you, or is it too early to know if you're able to do that?
I'm still talking to my counselor about that. Not too sure about it, but definitely wanting to do it early enroll, just to get in there early, start getting bigger, faster, stronger, and getting into those books.
I know that the Ohio State coaching staff likely was telling you about the defensive tackle position and what's going to be available when you get in there. Does that kind of kickstart that idea for you? Like, hey, there's going to be a real opening here on the depth chart. If I'm there early enough, I can make a real impact as a freshman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's another thing me and Coach Johnson talked about. Just the guys that were graduating and the guys that were graduating and going to the draft, and really just seeing that opening spot. Like, if I get there early enough, I can really make an impact on this defense.
One sentence, Mike. Why did you choose Ohio State?
Why did I choose Ohio State?
It could be a long sentence if you want it to be.
Yeah. Childhood dream, a place where you can go when you graduate. They'll want to see you succeed further, even somewhere you can just talk to a lot of people. It doesn't matter if it's alumni, like later after college, and somewhere I felt at home. Just the people around there, just family.
How often do you intend to get back down to campus this spring to help as a recruiter?
I want to get back there around. I might get back down there. It'll be official visit time, so around like June 12th.
Got it. Well, look, man, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I appreciate you joining the show and giving our readers and watchers and listeners an opportunity to get to know a little bit about you. And with a long way to go until you're signed, we're going to probably talk to you quite a bit. So we can catch up on the rest later. So that has been Michael Hall, Ohio State's newest 2021 commitment. I'm Jeremy Birmingham for Lettermen Row. This has been Birminology, and we will talk to you folks next time.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe below to get the latest videos from Lettermen Row.
We got Letterman Live, we've got the practice report, we got rapid reaction. Hey, and we got Buckeye IQ with Zach Bourne.
For sure. We got recruiting breakdowns with Berm. We got whatever you need. Ohio State football and Ohio State athletics, we've got you covered here at Lettermen Row.